Everyone. In this video, I will review the M48 Patton, WeakSpots and armor profile. With that said, let's get started with the front of the tank. In the upper plate here, we have the driver, which means if you pan through here, you will eliminate the driver of this tank and you will slow it down. And you can do this from the lower plate if you pan through in the middle of the lower plate. And if you penetrate here in the midsection of the lower plate, you can also ammo-rack the tank. The ammo-rack sensitivity and compartment is here also in the lower plate, and this thing goes for the E3, E4, E5, and basically all American tanks here in the lower plate is very sensible to the ammo rack. So let's run to the left side of the tank. Here in the turret we have the loader, behind him we have ammo rack compartment. In the hull we have, in the midsection, we have even more ammo rack compartment here and here at the front, and at the back here we have the fuel tank storage of the tank. Let's run to the rear side of this tank. Here we have the engine with the engine bay. Let's go now to the other side of this tank. In the turret here we have the gunner below the rangefinder, and we have the commander here below the cupola. And in the hull we have same configuration here with ammo rack compartment here, and fuel tank storage here. Let's go now and check the armor of this. So, if you are facing the tank frontally like this, he will have weak armor. In the lower plate 170, upper plate 200. We have a turret ring here with 100, even 200 armor protection value. The turret of this tank, in the close near to the gun, we have 260mm, the left side, upper side, right side, and to the far left we have a good good gun mantlet with 650mm of armor protection, but close to the gun is only 260, which is really weak. The cupola has got around 85mm of armor protection value, and the turret overall is good, beside the fact of this cupola and the gun mantlet, which is not the greatest here. The tank can't side scrape because, as you can see, when you try to side scrape in this tank, the turret ring will become really weak and visible, and here you can get ammo racked, your turret will be jammed, and you can get a lot of critical hits in the side of this tank. Let's go now and check this tank in 9 degree of gun depression. So in 9 degree of gun depression, the problems has remained the same. The gun mantlet is weak with 260. The cupola is visible also with 95mm of armor protection here, but other than that, the armor of this tank is good, beside the fact that these two weak spots. And let's go now and check the side of this tank. In the left side here we have in the turret from 350, even 500 to only 95, and at the back only here 75, cupola 85, 80, here in the hull 140, here at the back 54, 55, 51, below the text 84. And let's go to the rear side of this tank. In the hull 43 and even 25, here 56, cupola 85. Other side, same configuration. In the turret, as you can see, 90 here and here with a weak spot of only 25mm, the ears of this tank here. Cupola 82 here, 56, and turret ring 77, 100 here, 82, 100. So this tank is not the greatest, doesn't got the greatest armor in World of Tanks. So let's do a recapitulation here. The only weak spots here around the gun mantlet is this, close to the gun, in these holes here and here. That's it. And in the upper side, straight into the headlamp, and here in the lower side. These are the weak spots of this tank, and the cupola with 85mm here. Other than that, no side scraping because the turret ring is thick and it's weak, really weak. So that's it. This tank doesn't really got the greatest armor in the game, but yeah, it's a good tank. So thank you guys for watching.